Hey up peeps, back again like I promised from the short, talking about the 22-inch that I've just recently purchased. I just want to say very quickly, 20 subscribers, didn't expect that. Thank you very much for that. Hopefully with my incredibly quick uploads that I do, months between each one, you know, you'll still be interested in look at what I do. I will eventually one day set up the kit once I've got everything I need, you know, speaking pedal, the rest of my boom stands. I found another one, which is good news, but I still need another 4, and then the cymbals, you know. I got rid of my drum kits and hardware a few years ago, so I've literally started with nothing again. So I will do it, I just don't have the equipment, I don't have the space. You know, I'm not like these YouTubers that have these incredibly nice basements or rent out these spaces they can just do it in with these amazing cameras. I am on an iPhone. So when I do the sound test for you, it's going to sound shocking, so sorry about that, but it is what it is. So we've got a trio of Ludwig floor toms, blue and olives. I've got the 18, the 20 and the 22. Look how small the 18 looks. I mean, the 18 is the biggest size you can buy now off the shelf. They're not cheap either. And they do look big when they're not next to a 20 and especially a 22. So that made me laugh when I saw them all set up. It's the first time I've had all 3 of them set up actually. All with the dampeners. The 22 has the dampener as well. There you go. Remo, not on this one. When I did buy it from America, I had to search for archives of like old forums. We're talking like Pearl Forum, Drummer Forum. We're talking like years old that like no one uses anymore. But managing to get their information and contacting these people that I think it was a couple of people that I heard about or saw a picture, and then obviously it was years ago, we're talking 10 years, the last post, contacting them, and then luckily he said he still had it. It's been up in the attic ever since, and it's been in the attic prior, it's never moved. Granddad or whoever's handing it down and left it here, terrible states. But I think before I gave up everything on my drums, I've been drumming about 20 years. And towards the latter end of it, I started hearing about these. Didn't really do anything about it. I thought, nah, I can't see it happening. But anyway, I read something about 2 years ago, a John Bonham drum kit biography. And it says in the book for his Amber Vista lights, a 22 and a 20 floor tom, 20-inch floor tom. So apparently, according to a biography he did, I don't know where they got the information from, it could have been that Ludwig did make it for him, because he was one of them drummers where Ludwig would have said, oh, we don't do that, and he'd go, well, you do now, I want it. A bit like Nico Brian, you know, from Iron Maiden, I think that's his name. So I finally got it. It cost me an arm and a leg, I won't say how much, and the shipping, as you can imagine from the size from America and in the UK, cost a fortune. Like I said, wasn't in the greatest of nick. Scratches, everything like that, blah, blah, blah. The skins have just been ripped through, couldn't save them. So I took all the hardware off, rewrapped it with a clear protective film or wrap. It's like a car wrap, you know, not exactly cheap, but it does protect it. I upholster tacked it as well. Ludwig used rivets back on their black Cortexes and the silver sparkles, and they could have done more, and I did it on greens. So I use tacks because it blends in nicer. The rivets are ugly as sin. Remos, you know I love me Remos. Everyone on my drums from the last video, you know I love me Remos. But Remo charged 90 quid each. Not happening. I will do one day, but not yet. So I thought I'm going to find somebody that might make drum heads. You know, there might be someone. I did find someone in America. I was gutted, but £40 each for the heads. And the postage was cheap, you know, and you combine them so it didn't cost any more. It's cheaper right now, and it works, because if you get a bass drum head, you know, a lot of drummers will know, and whoever doesn't know, a bit of information for you. Bass drum heads have a thicker metal collar, which sits in the triple flange. Tom heads have a thinner one. So when they say triple flange rim, there's one flange, there's the second flange, there's the third flange going up. So that's why, otherwise I'd have just bought a 22-inch bass drum head, but it just wouldn't work. They wouldn't sit right, they wouldn't tighten, they keep popping out. So it's worth just doing it properly. I will do the sound check for you, but firstly, you know the rules from the last video. Get the tape measure out, because you will have some of them keyboard warriors like, so make sure it's centered. No nerd will be like, ah, it wasn't center. There we go, 22. And by the way, I'm a nerd myself, so don't mind it. 20-inch, you know that one from the old video, and an 18, which looks tiny. But I'll do the sound test for you. Remember on this one, it was the 70s Ludwig rocker head, and it does sound incredible. 20. Listen to the reso. This is a Remo, because I had to get them custom made. Just resonates, it's beautiful. And then the 22. And then we'll just go underneath. You can probably see where the clear coat, the clear wrap is, you can see it. Using the Premier CCs, I should probably not use these, you know, they're vintage. And that's it, my trio floor toms. Again, thank you very much for the last video I put up, you know, me replica, 3,400 views. I can't thank you guys enough. I did honestly expect about 50 views. And 20 subscribers again, thank you very much. You know, I hope in the future when I do set up and play, you know, it'll interest you a lot, but I thought I'd just share it for you. Thank you guys, cheers.